We've decided to do a sensible build-up on a Volkswagen Jetta, add $5,000 worth of parts to the car to make it last for at least another 5 or 7 years. And there's no way we were going to begin that project without our buddies, Doug and Randall, at the Spears Road Midas in Oakville. This is a story about Richard. Now, what you need to know about Richard is that he's a highly talented editor, cameraman, 3D motion graphics expert, and he's actually highly educated. But there was a point in time when he was a car nerd, just like I was. His experience involved a Honda Civic. Spent about $10,000 hopping it up, and then at the end of the whole experience, sold the car for about $100. It's something that we all do as car guys. Consider it tuition to a very important university education. And Richard got 100% on the exam. He's never going to make that mistake again. This is Richard's car. It's a 2001 Jetta VR6. It makes 170 horsepower out of a 2.8 liter V6. It really is a nice package. But this one's starting to get high mild, and he wanted to hop it up a little bit. But this time, he wanted to do it sensibly. So he took his time and did the research. So what we wanted to do was give Richard a car that would be a good GT car. He's got a good long commute. Richard, we're gonna build you a car, and when we're done, you're gonna have the biggest boner in Bolton. So the first thing we'll do is a software upgrade. Now, the product is available at JRP, our project partner in this whole thing. It goes all through the OBD2 port, and they say the Revo software should be worth somewhere between 15 and 18 horsepower.
Revo is a company based out of England that specializes in software enhancements for your car. They change 36 different tables depending on the car application, retain all the factory parameters and guidelines. We make sure they got all the newest updates to the program. We load it in, the software, and from there we can go into boost timing field.
All right, so coming out of JRP, we supposedly have another maybe 20 horsepower. Now we're going to pull into our buddy's place. It's the Midas store on Spears Road. We're going to get all of our work done here. I've known these guys for years. They're real pros.
Well, basically when you and Richard came to me and asked us if we'd be interested in doing the project, we took a look at the kind of things that you wanted done. Now they're generally not too difficult a thing, but there's something that, a lot of these things you really want to look at having, a professional do. We're looking at putting a catback exhaust system on and an air intake, which is going to allow the vehicle to inhale and exhale better. Obviously he needs to have a strong engine, good transmission. The body's in good shape. It's been rust-proofed. It's been looked after. It is the perfect candidate for what we're about to do here. It's something that you can you can take it to the corner store. You can take it to a cruise-in. It's a good all-around vehicle. So he's made sure that he's given us the base for the project that really suits.
The engine management system from Revo definitely going to improve the performance. It's going to be something he can feel right away, and it's the cheapest bolt-on horsepower you can do. Add to that the new speed intake, the ram air system, a lot more performance and a little more sound. It's going to feel good. It's going to get a little better throttle response. These are things that add to the engineering for the car originally. They're not taking away anything. You're actually going to gain some performance that you can feel. This upgrade definitely gets my stamp of approval. It's something that is fun to do on the car. It's something you can do if you've got some technical know-how. Definitely something you'd like to take to a shop if you don't know what you're doing. But they're all tangibles. They're all things that you're going to feel that are going to improve the performance of the car, not take away anything, not make it unsafe.
If you're a car enthusiast, you want to get that, sound of that the newer vehicles are coming out with, like the Infinities and stuff like that, that actually engineer the cars to sound properly. Now you can get that just in the parts themselves, right? You can swap out the exhaust, which needed to be swapped out. The resonator and stuff was already rusted out, so why not move up to a better grade and get the sound that, you got to spend 50 grand off the lot to get, but the 5 grand that you spent, that's in depreciation value as soon as the car drove off the lot, right? Plus it's a car that you maybe first owned, or you were proud to buy it when you first bought it, right? So that car now, we can bring it back to a level that, you know, is comparable to whatever they're engineering out there right now.
A cutback system means that we're going to leave the original OEM catalytic converter in. It air tested fine, but we did need that little special coupler that we had to source outside. Now, we sourced all of these parts from JRP Online. They're exclusive for New Speed, and they also do the MagnaFlow, which is a beautiful system, as you can see how it finishes up here.